Hey there, how's it going? It's MiffedLuke here. My name is Luke. Now, most people can make a sandwich. However, I struggle to even put the butter on the bread. Ooh. This is definitely a dyspraxia thing. So, if you want to watch a video where I try to spread butter on bread in a kitchen, then you are in the right place. No, maybe not this slice of bread though. So we've got bread here, and let's actually get a plate for it. We shouldn't need a plate that's too big. Maybe not quite that small. Medium size-ish. Is that bigger? That's still quite small. I'm gonna go for this plate here. Okay, yeah, that ought to do it just about. Oh yeah, and these two need to go back. So we've got the plate. That's fine. Now let's actually get the bread on the plate. So I'm just going to see if I can get the slice out there. Okay, cool, so that's one. I need to get another one as well. I want it to be like a little sandwich almost, just with butter in it. So that's two. Is it me, or do the breads look a little bit different in their sizes when it comes to each slice? It is what it is, I guess. You know what, let's roll with it. This is going to be a 1.5 sandwich, I guess. Now let's go to the fridge and get ourselves the butter. And now let's see. So we have two butters to choose from. Two butters. Two types of butter to choose from. I think I'm going to say that. We have vegan butter and normal butter. For now, I'm going to go for the normal butter. However, I will circle around back to the vegan butter in just a bit. So I'm going to grab the normal butter and I'm just going to place it over here. Just like that. Now, there is only one final thing we need, and that's a nice round knife to spread the butter with. So I'm going to go to the drawer. It's a nice round one not to do the trick. There we go, like that. Cool. So I'm just going to place it there. Might as well. So let's see how it goes when I try to spread this. Okay, so I'm going to open the butter. I'm going to see how much of it I can get onto the knife. There's not actually a lot of butter in here, but I think there's just about enough to make a sandwich. So let's see. I'm going to see if I can scrape it out. Managed to get this amount on the knife. Hopefully that will do to start with at least. If I need a little more, then so be it. This slice of bread is bigger, so I'm going to challenge myself a little and attempt to spread it over this slice of bread. Now, when I speak about spreading butter with my mum, she usually tells me to have my finger on this part of the knife basically to like have a bit more precision, I think, or something like that, keep it a bit more flat. So I'm going to try and do that. Let's see, so I have it down and I'm going to try and keep it flat. I think what I do sometimes is I accidentally like have it a little bit tilted, so I accidentally like cut the bread sometimes, and I don't really want that. So I'm going to try and keep it flat. As you can see, it's not quite spreading as much as it could be. I might actually struggle with spreading the butter from where it mainly is to the rest of the bread. So it's like, sure, I'm like rubbing my knife over it, but it's not quite translating properly into me spreading it. I have mild autism known as Asperger's as well. I'm not sure it really affects me too much in the kitchen, but I thought I'd mention that. And that's actually the school I went to. I went to a school for autistic learners. I had an occupational therapist, both for my dyspraxia and my autism. Okay, and I usually get to a point like this on the butter where I feel like I'm maxed out. It's like I spread it as much as I could, but it's still remaining where I initially put it, really. Like I managed to get like a majority of it, but there's still plenty of bare gaps. So I'm gonna see if I can maybe try spreading it a little bit more from maybe the center of the butter, if that makes sense. I'm gonna try giving that a go. Now it feels like I'm starting to cut into the bread a little bit. I don't really want to be doing that. I will say this, I don't really know how much is a good amount of butter. I think what I might try doing is I might try putting a little bit more butter on. So I have a bit more on my butter knife. My butter knife here, I'm going to roll with it, and it just kind of drops on, but whatever. And I'm going to see if I can just get a little bit more centered. I'm going to try and spread it more from the middle this time, towards the spots that I want to spread it to. Probably doesn't also help that I have two pieces of bread on the plate as well. They're kind of overlapping the plate. I found I might actually take this slice of bread off, just so I have more room to mess with. Might try switching sides. Okay, I think that's a about as best I can do. If I wanted to really go for those extra bare bits, I might put a bit more butter on, but I think for now though, I'm happy with this. It covers most of the bread, and again, it's only the corners and edges which might be a little bit bare. Okay, cool. So you might remember that I mentioned that I will circle back to the vegan butter. I hear that the vegan butter is a little bit more challenging to spread, but you know what? I'm warmed up now with the regular butter, so I'm going to try and use the vegan butter to spread on the other side of the bread. Vegan butter. I place it out of the camera. Whoops. Okay, there we go. And I think it's a little bit more difficult because it's a little bit more sticky, I think. Not sure if it spreads quite as easily as well. I'm not sure. But we'll see how it goes. Ooh, freshly opened. Okay, another challenge I face with dyspraxia. Opening things. So I'm going to see if I can get this tinsel off. It seems to be partially open already. Oh, okay, this is quite easy actually. Just kind of get the loose bit and just rip it off. It's probably been touched already, so that's probably why, but I usually struggle a lot more. There it goes in this bin, doesn't it? Cool. Yes, of course. Probably going to want to use a different knife for this as well. Place the knife next to the sink. Grab a different knife. One that's much the same. Right at the bottom for some reason. Too messy or? Why is it in the drawer? Okay, that was a messy one. I'm going to see if I can find another one. I mean, it's cleaner at least. I think it's clean enough. I'm going to go with this knife right here. Yeah, should get the job done. Okay, cool. Scoop some up with me knife. I got on around this much. I'm going to see what happens when I try and spread it. Okay. Okay, cool. Got it on the bread. Get it in the spreading position. Oh, and it's stuck. Oh, and it drops. Okay. It sticks and it drops. It's a bit sticky. One thing my dad always tells me actually is that I'm not usually, I guess, assertive enough when it comes to doing practical things. Like I might be a little bit too gentle perhaps, so I'm going to try going a little bit more aggressively I guess with this. See how it goes. I am kind of ripping some more holes into the bread, but see if I can develop my practical skills at all. I think I'm actually making faster progress. Again, it is a smaller slice, so that might be partly it. I think just going for it a little more is definitely helping. I think I'm still going to put a little bit more on the knife though. Yeah, I think that should be enough, yeah, just to finish it off. Now I'm definitely ripping much more holes in the in the bread by going for it a little bit more, but I think that's actually mostly there actually. There are still like a few bare patches, but for the most part though, I think it's okay. Of course, when you have more holes in the piece of bread, it makes it harder to spread the butter and things on it as well. Okay, cool. So this is the slice of bread that I just spread the vegan butter over right here. So it looks a little bit like this. And now here's the slice of bread that I spread the normal butter over. It looks a little bit like this. You can see, judging by the crumbs, that I definitely cut into it a little, but oh well. Now I just got to squish these two together. So let's see, they're side by side. I get them side by side with each other. Which would be the best way to do this? Small on big or big on small? I think I'm going to go on the small on big, I think. We're going to get the angles right, make sure it's butter to butter. We're going to squeeze it, make sure it's nice and tightly together. Cool. Butter sandwich, the only thing I've got to do now is, well, cut it in half really. I'm going to get it around this way, I think. This angle here. Maybe this way here. Yeah, maybe this way here actually, yeah. And I'm going to just simply cut down it. Cool. So I'm cutting down the middle where there's where the little dents in the bread are. Basically, I'm kind of using that as my reference. Cool. So now if I just look at these slices, it needs to tail off a little at the end. It's a little bit messy, but I mean, you know, it's edible. Not quite half, but oh well. It's a butter sandwich. And now, I think I'm going to eat it.